It's Elvis Sunday time again already. Welcome to Pop Detroit. My name is Nick. Thank you so much for pressing play, and also thank you so much to everyone that watched Friday's video. Friday, of course, being August the 16th, the anniversary of Elvis's death, and I did a small tribute watch along on that day, and a lot of people watched it, and really completely taken aback by all your comments, all the love that poured out in memory of Elvis, and just genuinely the outpouring of emotion that I think we all had on that day. It really kind of took me, well, not by surprise, that's wrong, but it took me back. It was just an incredible, overwhelming response to the video. So thank you so much for those that watched along. Thank you so much to everyone that commented, and to all the new subscribers that have jumped on board since. So yeah, just a really big thank you, and an extra warm welcome to everyone that's new here. If you are new here and this is the first Elvis Sunday you've joined us along for, every Sunday we do a quick watch along of one of Elvis's songs. Normally it's a song, 99% of the time it's a song that I might not have heard before, or certainly a performance I probably won't have seen before. So you kind of get my first time reactions. It's songs that are often suggested by your good selves at home in the comment section. We watch along and then we have a quick chat about it afterwards. That's it. That's it. Today is Elvis the 18th, and it's the anniversary of Elvis's actual funeral 47 years ago today. So with all that being said, I kind of wanted to watch a video that hopefully showed Elvis in his element. So I've opted for a live performance. It says here it's an outtake, so from That's the Way It Is, from 1970, August the 12th, 1970. And it's Elvis singing Little Sister live at the International Hotel in Vegas. I don't recognise the song, the Little Sister. I don't recognise the song title, at least. It says here that there's also a remix with Get Back. So it may jump to some rehearsal footage for Get Back from that same sort of era. But with it being an outtake, I'm interested to see what we're going to get. And That's the Way It Is has always been a favourite of mine. The performances that we've watched on here previously from That's the Way It Is, it's always been pretty peak Elvis for me, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. I mean, I've enjoyed every single one of these that we've done anyway, but for me, and seeing him on stage in this element is it's just wondrous to watch. So looking forward to seeing what we're going to get here. So I will stop talking so we can actually get straight onto that. Before I do, please, if you can, leave a like on this video. It really helps out the channel, pushes the video further. YouTube recognises it as something that people might enjoy. So that can only be a good thing, he says, hopefully. But without any further ado, we now jump to the part you actually came for, and it's Elvis on stage singing Little Sister.
Give my little stool over here for a second. Do what? Hang loose.
Hang loose.
Anything you're feeling lonely. Sorry, baby, I don't care. Honey, I wouldn't come out there again for love and money, I'll tell you.
I think I remember what that was in reference to. I think he had trouble getting out of the crowd in a previous sojournment.
It's not loud enough.
Ronnie Tut on the drums.
When I was in the Army, a record came out by me. No, just when I got out of the Army. Record came out by me, what the hell was it? Oh yeah, it's called Little Sister, one like this. You don't buy it, man. No, it's up there. Hot damn, boy, there it is.
I might know it.
Little sister, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice and say it's very nice and then you run.
Sound.
Little sister, don't you do what your big sister do. Well, I dated your big sister. Well, I took her to a show. I went for some candy, along came Jim Dandy, and they snuck right out the door. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? You say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister do? Hey, get back, hey, get back, get back to where you once belonged.
Oh, wow.
Hey, get back, hey, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Hey, get back, hey, get back to where you once belonged.
Wow.
Go! I used to pull your pigtail, and can't you turn the nose? You've been growing, and baby it's been showing from your head down to your toes. Little sister, don't you?
Okay. So it is
Little
the
sister,
edit.
don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice and say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister do? Hey, get back, hey, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Hey, get back, hey, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Hey, get back, hey, get back to where you once belonged. That's all that's in that son of a gun right there. All right.
Wow. Yeah, it took me on a journey I wasn't expecting. When I saw it said "Little Sister, Get Back," I didn't realise it was almost kind of like a fan edit. Although this Akshat Luthra, the channel that does these, I think he does quite a lot of remasters of Elvis's stuff. And I didn't realise it was like an edit of the two songs sort of spliced together and then back again. It was a kind of a whole new thing. So obviously not a full performance of Elvis on stage, more of an edit, but from the footage that we saw on stage there, I just love all of that era. And the fact it says it was an outtake, I haven't seen it before, and the whole thing of the chair just being put down and his interactions with the audience before, and it was almost kind of felt like off camera Elvis, and it was kind of felt like stuff we probably shouldn't be seeing. I'm glad we are. But his interactions with the audience, and there was the girl that was screaming for him to come back down that way, and he was like, not for all the love or money, or I can't remember what the quote was, but I seem to remember, I think it may be Carol Hayer that's written to me about this in the comments previously. I might be getting it wrong, and we may have even watched the footage of when that happened, where he was in the audience and they generally wouldn't let go and they had to kind of get him back on stage, and it took quite a time. Might be misremembering all that, but I think that's what that was all about. And yeah, to kind of get almost like a sequel to that occurrence was enjoyable, and his reaction to her afterwards is just superb. But then Elvis singing, obviously we got rehearsal footage and there's a snippet of it on stage, but Elvis singing Get Back, didn't know that was a thing. Didn't know that was a thing at all. Really interesting take on that. And then Little Sister, of course, I didn't recognise the song just from the title, but then from the opening line, I was like, oh yeah, it's that one, it's that one. And it's so enjoyable. It's so rock and roll. And to be able to watch these each week and see Elvis doing what he loved so much, being on that stage. Obviously circumstances changed over time, and we know the history of the number of stage shows that he was doing every day, and the toll that eventually took. But to kind of see this footage and to see him on stage with that audience that are hanging on every single second, it's such a joy to watch. It's so good, so very good. And I think I've said previously, it's almost a curse of doing these Elvis Sundays, as much as it could be, in that a lot of these performances I have watched That's the Way It Is in its entirety. Same with the 68 Comeback Special and This Is Elvis, Elvis on Tour. Those, I've watched them all however long ago. And there's a thing where you watch them and you enjoy them, but you're watching like a whole 1.5 hour movie or concert, you know, and so the whole thing becomes an experience as a whole. And since doing these Elvis Sundays, I'm not allowing myself to go back to be able to watch them as a whole again, because it could be that there's a particular performance that I want to watch on here, and watching them on here as single performances, as single songs, it feels like very much a first time. There's certain songs we've had in the past where I just couldn't remember that I'd heard them before. Oh, I don't recognise this song. And, you know, in the early days of Elvis Sunday, there was stuff like Patch It Up and things like that have since become like firm favourites of mine. And like I said, I can't go back and watch them as a whole. And we've done movie clips before, and people have said, oh, why didn't you watch the whole film? And it's like, I'd like to, but I can't, in case a performance from them comes up on a future Elvis Sunday. And I kind of try and want these reactions to be as genuine as possible. I kind of do want it to be, for all intents and purposes, like my first time watching it, and it certainly feels like that, going back to it after all this time. Certainly haven't seen that footage ever before, so that was a real treat to see. But yeah, every single Sunday, every single week, I'm getting a new surprise. So please keep the suggestions coming. The list is huge, but I'm working my way through, and yeah, I know there's, I think, 700 plus Elvis songs, so I think we've got a time to go yet. Anyway, let's call it a day. At least for this video, let's not call it a day. Let's draw the video to an end. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please hit that like button. Tap subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you are, thank you so much for being on board already. But until next time, until next week, have an amazing next 7 days, and I will see you hopefully very soon. Take care. Thanks again.